One of the hardest parts about determining the best NBA player of all time is that every player faces off against different players in their career. The players LeBron James faced off in his career aren't the same guys that Michael Jordan faced off, so it is really hard to compare the two. But in today's video, we're going to be taking the 10 greatest NBA players of all time in their rookie version and putting them in today's NBA to see how they do if they were drafted today. If you guys are new here, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. We are so close to hitting 250K, so let's try to hit that. But we are in NBA 2K20 right now, and in NBA 2K, they have different draft classes throughout the years. So I've actually taken the rookie versions of the top 10 NBA players of all time and stuck them in the 2020 NBA draft, and we're gonna see how good they would do when drafted with these players. So starting off in our draft class, we got rookie LeBron James. He's still in the NBA, but he's about to retire, so I wanted to draft him again to see how he would do playing alongside these players. We got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Shaquille O'Neal, and last but not least, we got Kobe Bryant. So all their ratings are actually 2K's rookie ratings for these players. I did not make them myself. We're just gonna hop into the draft and see which order these players go into. And then in this video, we're gonna simulate a few seasons with these players. If you guys do go on to enjoy this, if we get 2,000 likes, then we'll actually make a part 2. That'll let me know that you guys did enjoy this. But anyways, getting into the draft at the number 1 pick, we got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar going to the Dallas Mavericks. If he went number 2, he would have been on the same team he was on in real life. But Michael Jordan going number 2 overall to the Milwaukee Bucks. This typing in the bottom left is super annoying. Like, why? Whose decision was it that had that? At number 3, we got LeBron James going to the Charlotte Hornets. At number 4, we got Larry Bird on the Atlanta Hawks. At number 5, we got Kobe Bryant going to the Memphis Grizzlies. At number 6, we got Tim Duncan on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Interesting, Kobe didn't go last out of all our players despite being the lowest overall. At number 7, though, we got Magic on the Sacramento Kings. So far, everybody going to different teams, which is really interesting. It's going to be weird seeing them in different jerseys. And Shaq going at number 8 to the Chicago Bulls. It's actually 7'1", 325. I think it might have been a little lighter when he was a rookie, so I might have to change that. And then we got our first non-top 10 player, James Wiseman, going to the Washington Wizards. I believe it's just Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell left to be drafted. At number 10, we got Wilt going to the New Orleans Pelicans. And at number 11, we got Jaden McDaniels. So Bill Russell still not being drafted. Let's see if he goes at number 12. And he is one of the best players in this draft class. At number 12, we got a trade. So the Knicks trading away their pick to the Celtics. If Bill Russell goes to the Celtics, no, it's LaMelo Ball. That would have worked out perfectly if Bill went to the same team he played his whole career with. Okay, so I ended up simming to the end of the draft just to see where Bill Russell is actually going to end up going. And he went really low down on the list. He goes 29th overall. He's an 80 overall. And he went super, super late. Did any other centers go before him? Maybe teams just didn't want centers. I mean, James Wiseman got taken. But Bill Russell going to the Trailblazers, going super, super late right there. Let's see if he can prove the haters wrong, prove the teams wrong, why they should have picked him up. We're at the All-Star Draft in the first season of the greatest players being rookies, and we got one rookie making the All-Star team, and that is LeBron James. He is on the reserves for Team Giannis. So LeBron looking like he might be doing the best out of all the rookies so far. We go over to the rookie report. LeBron is averaging the most points so far as a rookie. And check out Bol Bol. Bol Bol's got 20 points per game. I guess he didn't play last season. If he's a rookie this season, which is kind of odd. But our greatest players, I mean, it's a good mix between them and some of the 2020 rookies. We're just going to simulate the rest of the season, though. and see if any of the rookies end up making playoffs. We are now at the season awards. Giannis ends up getting MVP, so getting back-to-back. Actually, this is a season after. I'm not sure if he won last season. I believe he did. So he might have just won 3 in a row. Magic Johnson is going to get Rookie of the Year, though. He gets a double-double in his rookie season, almost getting a triple-double. So looking like Magic doing the best out of all the rookies, winning Rookie of the Year right there. Bill Russell ends up getting Defensive Player of the Year, which is huge for a rookie to actually get this award. His scoring wasn't too good. He pulled 8.7 boards a game, 1.7 blocks. His stats in general aren't too crazy. And then 76ers coach is going to get Coach of the Year. So I'm going to see if any of our rookies ends up making it on these All-NBA teams. Looks like LeBron James ends up making it on the All-NBA second team in his rookie season. And then Magic Johnson ends up making it on the third team. So it's interesting how Magic got Rookie of the Year and LeBron didn't, despite LeBron getting on a better All-NBA team. Of course, Bill Russell going to be on the All-Defensive team. And then Michael Jordan also making it on the All-Defensive second team. Now going to our All-Rookie teams. Looks like all our all-time players making it on the first team. And let's see if they can all make it on the second team. 3 of them making it on the second team. So all but 2 players making the All-Rookie team. And I believe that's going to be Bill Russell that didn't make it, as well as Kobe Bryant. So weird Bill Russell didn't make it because he was Defensive Player of the Year. Checking out our league standings, I'm going to see if some of our rookies, I'm going to see if some of our all-time players end up making a playoffs. So we got the Chicago Bulls. Shaquille O'Neal is on their team, so he makes playoffs. Larry Bird and the Hawks make playoffs. And then Michael Jordan and the Bucks make playoffs. And the thing I completely forgot about is that Michael Jordan is teaming up with Giannis Antetokounmpo. This could be one of the greatest teams of all time. Going over to the West, Bill Russell and the Trailblazers end up making playoffs. Wilt Chamberlain and the Pelicans. And then that is going to be all our players making playoffs. So a few players actually missing out on that. That might be why LeBron didn't end up getting Rookie of the Year, because his team did not make playoffs. Going over to our rookie report. Points per game, it's going to be led by LeBron James. He actually puts up 24 points per game in his rookie season. Michael Jordan with 23. Magic with almost 20. I'll just go down the list here and kind of check out how everybody did. We'll go to the top 15. Not everybody making it on this list. I know Bill Russell only averaged like 5 points per game. Rebounds per game is going to go to Kareem. He averaged 11. And Wilt Chamberlain with 10 rebounds per game. So both these guys getting a double-double. And then Bill Russell at number 5 right there. Assists per game goes to Magic Johnson with 11 assists per game. Of course, we already saw that though. LeBron James with 6.7. Jordan's also pretty high. Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant. Going over to steals per game, we got a bunch of our top players. Jordan, Johnson, LeBron, and Larry Bird. Jordan at the top there with 2.2. And then blocks per game is going to go to Tim Duncan. So I'm interested. It's interesting how Bill Russell ended up winning Defensive Player of the Year. I just don't feel like he did that great. Let's see if any of them can end up winning an NBA championship. Looks like the Trailblazers with Bill Russell actually have the top seed though. So let's simulate from the first round and see if any of our rookies will move on here. Alright, so we got a few rookies moving on to the second round. We got Wilt Chamberlain and the Pelicans moving on in the West. And then in the East, we got Shaq and the Bulls. And we got Larry Bird and the Hawks. Let's simulate another round here. See if any of these guys can move on to the conference finals. The Bulls have been eliminated, so Shaq is out of the playoffs. But the Hawks with Larry Bird and the Pelicans with Wilt Chamberlain end up moving on to the conference finals. Let's see if any of these two players can move on to the NBA championship. Larry Bird losing in game number 7 to the 76ers, but Wilt Chamberlain and the New Orleans Pelicans moving on to the NBA finals, but the 76ers end up winning it here. Ben Simmons being MVP. So pretty good year for Wilt Chamberlain as a rookie, making it to the NBA finals. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that ring, but he was super close. Checking out our player improvement going into our second season, Michael Jordan is now an 89 overall, so close to being a 90. Smequle O'Neal is an 86, and the Bulls actually picked up Kawhi Leonard. So they got a good chance to win a championship. Tim Duncan is now an 85 overall. Kobe Bryant gets over that 80 bump, now an 81. Larry Bird is an 88. LeBron James is an 89, just like MJ. So MJ and LeBron doing the two best out of all the rookies. Magic Johnson is now an 87. Kareem is an 88. Wilt Chamberlain is an 82. And then lastly, Bill Russell is a 77. So he's actually gone down in overall. He started at an 81, I believe, and now he's a 77. So not looking too good for Bill Russell. Hopefully he can improve in the second season. We made it to the end of the second season, and there's actually no awards for any of our 10 greatest players. So second season, not the best for them. Giannis getting MVP yet again. I mean, he's just a complete beast. Michael Jordan is on that team as well. But Michael Jordan does end up making the All-NBA first team. Magic Johnson makes the All-NBA second team. And LeBron James makes the All-NBA third team. Michael Jordan does make the All-Defensive first team, improving on his second team from last year. And then Smequle O'Neal makes the All-Defensive second team. These guys getting up to a pretty high overall, a lot of them. Checking out the Eastern Conference standings, we got Larry Bird and the Hawks getting the second seed. Shaq and the Bulls getting the third seed. LeBron and the Hornets making playoffs. We got MJ and the Bucks making it as well. And that's going to be everybody for the East. Going over to the West, we got Wilt Chamberlain and the Pelicans making playoffs yet again. Remember, they did make the championship last year, but ended up losing. We got Magic and the Kings making playoffs. Kobe and the Grizzlies, and also we got Kareem and the Mavericks making playoffs. So a lot of our NBA players do end up making playoffs this season. I believe it was just Tim Duncan and Bill Russell that didn't end up making it. Bill Russell and the Trailblazers get the worst seed in the West, and then Tim Duncan and the Cavs not doing so hot, only 31 wins. Coming over to season stats now, Michael Jordan is 5th in the league for scoring with 28.4 points per game, and LeBron James is 10th in scoring with 26.2. So it looks like LeBron and Jordan are standout players in this simulation. Kareem ends up getting 8th in the league for rebounds per game. Magic Johnson leads the league in assists per game. He actually gets 23 and 11, nice double-double this season. Michael Jordan leads the league in steals per game. He's going to get Defensive Player of the Year pretty soon here. LeBron is 6th in the league. Blocks per game is going to go to Smequle O'Neal. Tim Duncan is 6th in the league. Kareem's 11th. Wilt Chamberlain is 13th. And we also got to check out the other stats for those players there. And then unfortunately for Bill Russell, he's just doing awful. He only averaged 2 points per game, 2.2 rebounds. He is not doing good in today's NBA. He is the oldest guy on our list, but it is not working well for him. For some reason, he is 34 years of age. Maybe that has to do with it. Okay, I think the reason Bill Russell was doing so bad was because of his age, but I actually put him back down to 25, so hopefully he does improve here because he was getting to the end of his career at 34 years old. All right, we're going to hop into the playoffs now and see if some of our top 10 greatest players can move on and possibly one of them win an NBA championship. So making it out of the second round, we got Larry Bird and the Hawks, and they're going to be facing off against MJ and the Bulls. And then in the West, we actually only have one team. We got Kobe Bryant and the Grizzlies, and they actually upset Wilt and the Pelicans. So a few teams moving on to the second round. Let's see if some of our players can move on to the conference finals. And we do got two players. We got Michael Jordan and the Bucks moving on to the conference finals in the East. And we got Kobe Bryant and the Grizzlies moving on to the Western Conference Finals. Let's see if either one of them can make it to the NBA Finals, but they both get eliminated. And let's see who ends up winning. It's going to be the 76ers winning yet again. Ben Simmons, Finals MVP. So none of our top 10 players winning a ring quite yet, but of course it's only been 2 seasons. I'm sure we'll see something happen soon. Checking out the progression of our players going into the third season, Michael Jordan finally getting over a 90 overall. He's now a 93, and his teammate Giannis is now a 99. Smequle O'Neal is now a 90 as well. Tim Duncan is an 89, so close to getting over that 90 overall. Kobe Bryant is now an 86, so he improved a lot this past season. Maybe we'll start seeing prime Kobe pretty soon. Larry Bird is a 93 overall as well, so he gets a lot better. LeBron James is now up to a 95, our highest player out of our top 10 players so far. Magic Johnson is a 92. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a 94. Wilt Chamberlain only an 83, so he's not doing the greatest. And then Bill Russell still only a 76, despite I did put down his age. Maybe it'll reset this season. He'll start getting back in his prime. But we're just going to simulate another season with these players and see how they do in their third season. So we're at the All-Star game in our third season here, and I forgot to mention that LeBron James and Michael Jordan both made the All-Star team last year as reserves, and for some reason when looking at the All-Stars, it gives each of our players extra All-Star game. Michael Jordan has only made it twice, and LeBron James has only been in the league 3 years, so how could he win it 4 times? But in our third year, LeBron is a starter for Team Stephen. And then Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson are all reserves for Team Giannis. Last year, Michael Jordan did win the dunk contest as well, but I forgot to show that. And yet again, Giannis wins MVP. He's won it every single season so far. He's got like 5 MVP trophies now. Shaquille O'Neal ends up getting Defensive Player of the Year, 3.1 blocks per game. He also had 10 boards and 21 points a game, so Shaq doing very well on defense. Checking out our all-NBA teams, we got Magic Johnson and LeBron James on the first team. We got Michael Jordan on the second team. And then on the third team, we got Shaquille O'Neal. And then on our defensive team, of course, we got Shaquille O'Neal. And we also got MJ making it. And then on our second team, we got Tim Duncan making it on the all-defensive second team. Checking out our standings now. The players that are going to end up making playoffs, we got Larry Bird and the Hawks, Michael Jordan and the Bucks, Shaquille O'Neal and the Bulls, LeBron James and the Hornets, and then Tim Duncan and the Cavs just barely not making playoffs this season. Going over to the West now, we got Kobe Bryant and the Grizzlies making playoffs, Wilt Chamberlain and the Pelicans, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the Mavericks making playoffs right there. Magic Johnson and Bill Russell both not making it. Bill Russell still a backup for the Trailblazers, but he is doing better. And Magic Johnson, I mean, his team's pretty solid. They're just not making playoffs right now. Checking out our stats, Magic Johnson 4th in scoring with 29.1. He actually kind of ties with MJ right there, who gets 5th. LeBron James in the top 10 as well. Going over to rebounds per game, we got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at number 7. Assists per game, we got Magic Johnson leading the league in assists per game yet again. Michael Jordan leading the league in steals per game. And Shaquille O'Neal leading the league in blocks per game. A lot of our players doing very well. Tim Duncan up there for blocks as well. Chamberlain doing very well. Bill Russell, I mean, he's starting to improve. 4.6 points per game, 5.8 rebounds. He's still not doing too hot though, mostly because 2K put his age at 35. Let's just hop into the playoffs now and see, maybe in the third season, one of our top 10 players can win an NBA championship. So moving on to the second round, we have 2 players moving on. We got MJ and the Bucks, and then Kobe Bryant and the Hornets moving on. Everybody else actually getting eliminated. We had quite a few players this season, and it looks like all of our top 10 players are going to be eliminated. Michael Jordan falling to the 7. I don't get how MJ and Giannis are not beating the 76ers. The 76ers are just super overpowered, but the Rockets end up winning the NBA championship. James Harden, a 98 overall. So this is going to be the end of this video, but I just want to check out how the players are doing in terms of overall after 3 seasons. Michael Jordan is up to a 96 overall. He also has 40 badges. Shaquille O'Neal is now a 94, the top player on his team. Tim Duncan is a 94 as well. Kobe Bryant made it over that 90 mark. He's now a 91. Larry Bird is a 95. LeBron James is a 98 overall, so he's now one of the highest overalls in the entire game. Magic Johnson is a 95. Kareem is a 96 overall. Wilt Chamberlain still only an 84. He's in his prime right now, 26 years old. And then Bill Russell, only a 78. So it looks like our two oldest players, Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, are actually doing the worst here. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Before we end this video, I just want to go over the notable achievements after 3 seasons of our top 10 players of all time to kind of check out how each player is doing so far in their career. Starting off with LeBron James, he's a 3-time All-Star and he has made the All-NBA first, second, and third team. Michael Jordan is a 2-time All-Star. He's a 2-time steal leader. He's made the All-NBA first and second team. He's made the All-Defense first and second team, and he's also a slam dunk champion. Going over to Magic Johnson, he was the Rookie of the Year. He's a 2-time assist leader, an All-Star, and he was on the All-NBA first, second, and third team so far. Next up, we got Bill Russell, who won Defensive Player of the Year, and he was on the All-Defensive first team. Next, we got Shaquille O'Neal. He won Defensive Player of the Year as well. He's a 1-time block leader, and he was on the All-Defensive first and second team, and he was also on the All-NBA third team once. Then we got Larry Bird, who's a 1-time All-Star, and then we got Tim Duncan, who's a 1-time All-Defensive second team player. So those are all of the notable achievements so far. We got 7 players on here. There's a few players that really haven't done anything yet. Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Wilt Chamberlain. They haven't really gotten any notable achievements yet in their career, but we're only 3 seasons deep, so they still have plenty of time to do so. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Again, if you did enjoy it, smash that like button. If we get 2,000 likes, I will upload a part number 2 to this video. Make sure that you stay subscribed to the channel if you're new. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the